Hi. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, good whatever the time you're listening or you're watching this video. You're welcome to Teens Talk, Teens World. If you are new here, you're welcome to Teens World Mission Outreach, a place where we gather to discuss better ways to be who God has called us to be. I am Oluwa Damilola Akiyode, also known as Sitami. I want you to sit back and enjoy this wonderful video because I know that you're going to be blessed and you're going to be impacted. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and also don't forget to implement all that you'll be learning in this video. Enjoy. So you're welcome to this today's video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the laws of physics. If you know physics, then don't worry, don't be pressurized. I'm going to explain it very well, and I believe that even if you know physics, it's a concept that you should have heard one time or the other, and the concept is called inertia. Now, inertia is a concept that most objects or matter they have the tendency of resisting the change in the state in which they are in the sense that an object that is at rest would love to remain at rest, and an object in motion would tend to remain in motion only if a force acts on that object. For example, this flower that is right beside me. What would make this flower move is that something moves it, or something makes it move, or something, a force acts on it that makes it move. And then if you are driving a car, what would and it's moving, what would make it come to rest is that you match on the brakes. So an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will remain in motion except a force acts on it. And for inanimate objects, the force has to be an external force because they cannot generate the force from their inside. Now we're going to be talking about inertia as in relation to humans, and the concept would be that we always have the tendency of resisting motion, resisting our state of rest. Like we always have a tendency of starting to be in motion, like changing our state of rest. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to talk about in relation to humans. It's just like, for example, I don't know if this example is really relatable, but if you are sitting somewhere and then maybe something as small as your pen falls down to the ground, and when you stretch, when you bend, when you stoop low to stretch, you are sitting, when you stoop low to stretch, your hand cannot get to it. And some of the time you have this tendency of using your leg to like pull it to your side and then you stoop low to put it down. I think some of us can relate, right? So that's because of inertia. You do not want to stand up to pick up the pen, so you just have to move. You kind of looked for another means to pick up the pen without standing up. So that is inertia. Now, relating to us, that's just inertia in that is the physical world now. Yeah, there are times that it's like you're in a state of no motivation, like you lack motivation to be productive, you lack motivation to move forward and make progress in life. You know that you're supposed to make progress, you know that you're supposed to be productive, but you just don't see any drive. There's just you don't just have the drive to like go on. Sometimes it could be that you're comfortable with it, like it's just like you know that you're supposed to do something. You know that you're supposed to be productive, but you're just comfortable lying in bed and pressing your phone, or just comfortable not doing anything. And then other times you are not comfortable with it, but you don't just have the drive to like do it. You don't just have that motivation to do it. And I want to say that it does not happen to you alone. It happens to most people. It happens to me. And in fact, we had this long break where we did not post videos, and I said in the last video that we posted that we moved on to podcast, but last time we uploaded a podcast was in April, and then April, May, June. For a while, we've not actually uploaded videos or podcasts, and one of the reasons, not the major reason, but one of the reasons is just that it's just this kind of no drive to do it. Just don't see that reason to do it. And it's not that we're comfortable with it, but there's just this lack of motivation, good and ungood. I don't know if you can relate. So that's what I'm here to talk about. That state of inertia. Whether you are comfortable with it or not, we're all going to look at it, and we're going to look at the solutions to it. So to look at solutions to it, for you to solve a problem, you have to deal with the problem from the root. If you want to, I think I've given this scenario in one of our videos before, I can't really remember, but if you want to eliminate a tree, you have to eliminate the tree from the root. If you take off all the fruits on that tree still has tendency to produce fruit again. If you remove all the leaves, no matter how hectic it is to remove all the leaves, if you still leave that tree stuck to the ground, it can still grow. Even if you cut off a tree and then leave it stuck in the ground, at the center of water, that tree has the ability to grow again. What would help to eliminate the tree completely is that you detach the tree by the roots from the ground. So that's what we want to do. We want to go to the root of the matter, the root of inertia in us. Yeah. So sit back and enjoy. As I've said, it happens to everybody. It's not just you, it's not just me, it happens to everybody. So don't feel like you're alone in this. So permit me to, take a glimpse at the points. So the first reason why we are in this state of inertia is sometimes it could be that there's really no goal set. Like you really don't have a vision in mind. You really don't have a picture of yourself in your mind. You really don't have a picture of who you want to be in your mind. So because of that absence of vision or absence of a goal, you don't see any point to be productive. You don't see the reason why you would want to be productive is because of something that you have in your mind. So I've seen some people that they are comfortable watching a movie from morning till night. After watching the movie, like they wake up, they get their phones, they press their phones, and then after watching a movie, they continue pressing their phones again, and then they watch a movie till night comes and they sleep. There's nothing wrong in watching movies, there's nothing wrong in pressing your phones, but the fact that some people are comfortable doing that from morning till night is maybe could be a point, the fact that they do not have a vision. Probably that might not be the case for them, but some of the time it could be that there's really no vision set. There's really they don't really have that vision kind of mindset. So the second thing is that some of the time it could be that there's a vision, that we actually have visions, we actually have a standard that we have set, but because of continuous disappointments, we get wearied, we get tired. Like each time we set a standard, each time we set a goal, it looks as if you keep on falling short each and every single time. And scripture says, hope deferred wearies the heart. So it's like you hope that yes, this time I have set this standard, I'm going to meet up, and then you fall short again. And then you hope rises up within you again. Okay, I've fallen short this time. When I set this standard again, I'm going to meet up, and then you fall short again and again and again. So it kind of wearies your heart. It kind of gets you tired. It kind of makes you tired of trying. It kind of just wearies your heart because you it's as if you keep on disappointing yourself every single time. So you are tired of disappointing yourself. So some of the time it could be that you just zero your mind in setting standards. You just zero your mind in having a vision. And then sometimes it could be that you still set standards, you still have a vision, but you don't really have the drive to take steps to achieve it, because it's as if you are 100% sure that this time cannot be different from every other time. It's as if you're 100% sure that I am still going to fall short this time. So that's one of the reasons why some of the time we can remain in that state of no motivation. And then another reason is that, yeah, this happens to us a lot. Maybe you have a lot to achieve, you have a lot of things to do, and then just the thought of having a lot to do is tiring already. I saw a very funny post, maybe not very funny, but I saw a post of them, and the person was like, not to exaggerate, I feel like I am already tired tomorrow. So it's because you have a lot to do, and just thinking about I have a lot to do, it already makes you tired already. It already puts you off. It's similar to the second one that you keep on trying and you don't meet up because you're like, where do I start from? What do I do? Am I even sure that I can do all this within the limited space of time that I have? So that's thought that okay, I have a lot to do. It just makes you like just thinking about it does not, you don't see any reason to start in the first place because you're like, this thing is a lot, can I even achieve it? So yeah, that's one of the reasons. And then another reason, well, this is really kind of not applicable to everybody, and it doesn't happen to everybody, and it's not also relatable to everybody. So sorry, some of the time maybe you just, it happens when you just kind of like finish, maybe you finished a particular session in school, or maybe you just finished high school, or finished a second in school, or a session in school, and you are home for the holiday. And then it could be that you have a plan for the holiday set that, okay, as I'm going this holiday, this is what I'm going to do. But because we don't have lectures to catch up with, there are no assignments to do, there's really no pressure, you are comfortable procrastinating those your plans that you have set. Like the first thing that you notice is that maybe, as I've said, it doesn't happen to everybody. Some people, they are always on point. But some of us, it could be that maybe you wake up 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. in school, and then the first thing you notice is that when you're on holiday, you wake up like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Maybe that's too far, but you wake up quite later than you usually do. That's the first thing that you notice, that because there's no pressure, the workload has reduced, so you are taking things easier. Like, I mean, let me rest first. Yeah, holidays to rest, but like it's kind of puts you in that place where you are comfortable procrastinating the plans, and then before you say Jack Robinson, when you close your eyes, before you open it, the holiday it was 2 weeks, and like, what have I done in my life this entire season? So yeah, these are some of the reasons that we have still of inertia. Now, it is not limited to these four, I guess. Yes, four. It's not limited to these things, but there are still some other reasons. These are just the reasons